the championship. Wait, we got a dream, thanks to the team. Yep.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. You look at the Thunder, they have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And of course there's Minnesota, they're 5 spots behind them.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ann are the 1 of the 2. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, small forward. And for the Thunder, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Gilgeous-Alexander, a strong finish under heavy pressure from the D. Brent, a significant game tonight with serious playoff implications on the line.
You could just feel it in the atmosphere, right, BA? Even us coming in, you saw a lot more fans outside of the building. They're here early. They're watching the warm-ups. The players seem like they're locked in. Those coaches meetings we had even had some intensity to them. So I'm fired up to be sitting here with you to watch this one.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, a steady offensive force, averaging around 32 and a half a game. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Randle finds McDaniels. Back to Randle. Over Holmgren. That won't go either for Randle.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. McDaniels with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Conley passes to Edwards. Yep, that one goes.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with a screen on Conley. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
So far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with a screen on McDaniels. Down low. It's Dort on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up and over Conley. The offensive rebound. Dort for 3. Knocks down the long J.
The size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He could be really effective at any position on the floor.
McDaniels finds Randle. Edwards with it. Takes the 3. Knocks down the triple. Edwards has got 5.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
And it's Randle with the jam.
Randle with massive improvement over last year and could beat you in so many ways that he has confidence in now. What a flood.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And he gets it back. He got a piece of it. Dort with it, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. That three's off the mark.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Outside McDaniels. Randall finds Edwards. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams against McDaniels. And Williams punches it home.
Explosive move from J-Dub. Great athlete.
Here's Edwards. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Williams has got 5 points.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
Minnesota again missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. That is what I'm talking about.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. Here's Holmgren. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Edwards, a pass to Gobert.
And the Stifle Tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
Minnesota is shooting their first free throws of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's perfect from the line this time. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter here. Williams, a screen on Edwards. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Tie game, and some big points being put on the board as we wrap up the first. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at point guard. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going in the second. Wallace's shot is good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Knocks it down from distance. DiVincenzo's got 6.
DiVincenzo saying, I got that too.
Outside, Williams. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside, Alexander Walker. Back to Miller. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. From 7, Edwards, so good inside.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brent.
Really impressive, BA, in his first year to shoot over 40% from three. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his number one attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position.
Oh, and Reed with a block. Outside, Alexander Walker. Edwards for three. The triple hits for Edwards.
I just love the ball move.
Thunder trail by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Williams. Three-pointer off the mark.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Edwards on the move. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And when you talk about efficiency, these are the guys that come to mind. Here are the league's best shooters so far. In the third spot, Rudy Gobert.
He's been fantastic scoring the ball, shooting it at a high clip.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Here's Randall. Holmgren with the block. Williams against McDaniels. Williams' shot is good. Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6 foot, 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Shoots from 14. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Dort. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort's got 7 points in the game.
Throwing off the defense, creating a shot. Dort becoming a problem now.
Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Now here's Randall. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randle has been in the league over a decade now, Greg.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride for Julius Randle. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. Julius Randle continues to impress and make strides.
Wallace's shot is good. And so Conley will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 3-point lead. Their last encounter in Oklahoma City, where they were able to handle the Thunder.
The last game between these teams was so close, but ultimately their bench put them over the top.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
McDaniels passes to Conley. Gobert inside. Williams defending. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Holmgren. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Randall. Outside McDaniels. Three-pointer. The shot won't fall. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. Get about the shot.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball whip around the floor like this. They're playing some selfless basketball. It's been a thing of beauty.
Stacking the dimes and buying buckets. All right, guys, time to see what... Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. To the left side wing. Back to Holmgren. Hartenstein with a screen on Randall. Holmgren finds Hartenstein. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Minnesota leading by 5. Here's Randall. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Edwards, that's good.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Here's Conley. It's tipped. Williams against Randall. And Williams punches it home.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Gobert passes to Randall. Off the mark there with a 3.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
It's Holmgren, high post, working on McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. 4-3. And Holmgren with the basket on the assist from Williams. Holmgren's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
Thunder trail by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Look at Shea playing big inside.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
He's established himself as an MVP candidate. But what is the ceiling of SGA in your mind, Brent?
Well, if he's there now, is that good enough, BA? I mean, this guy has a chance to win an MVP award in the next 6 or 7 years, and is going to be considered that caliber of player for that stretch. That's pretty awesome. He can put up big numbers, which is more impressive.
And he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Conley passes to Randall. Outside McDaniels. And here's Edwards outside. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Dort, the pass to Williams. And the layup is good off the glass. Williams has got 6 here in the quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Gobert finds Conley. Back to Gobert. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
And the growth that Shea has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved that he's adding to his game.
Caruso, he's checked in for Holmgren. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards, a pass to Alexander Walker. It's Edwards on the wing. Dort defending. Back to Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. He buries it from 3.
Yeah, just continuing to unlock his game. If Edwards adds the playmaking component, watch out.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace misses. Minnesota has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Outside, Alexander Walker to the wing, right side. Conley finds DiVincenzo. Off target with the 3. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Williams. Good work defensively by Randall. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. 2-point game.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
The Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Here's Wallace. And Conley grabs the miss. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
He stops. He pops. Wallace's shot is good. Wallace has got 7 points in the game.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Back to Conley. DiVincenzo on the wing. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. 9 points in the game.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Wallace outside. Williams, a screen on Conley. Wallace. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 2. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams, then it's Aaron Wiggins, and it's Caruso in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Garza's checked in for Mina.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Oklahoma City trailing. Now Wallace. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Jang's checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Ingles, he's checked in for Garza. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Wallace's shot is good.
Such an improved part of SGA's game. Love his passing skills.
Now Edwards. Anthony Edwards takes the contact.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this 4th quarter. Wiggins with a screen on Edwards. To the paint. Stolen by Ingles. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Edwards outside. Caruso grabs the board. Oklahoma City has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Count it. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Minnesota's gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo buries it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Here's Wallace. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Reed. Outside Edwards. Here's the floater. Jang pulls it in. The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Reed. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Edwards for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jang. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He emphasized staying sharp the rest of the way, saying turnovers will kill us. We can close this gap if we take care of the ball. Don't try and overdo it. Let's send it back to you guys, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. Yes! And the foul! It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
Wow, Edwards almost makes it look effortless, like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Pass to Holmgren. Williams on the wing. McDaniels covering. Back to Holmgren. Here's the three. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
McDaniels passes to Randall. And it's off from three-point range. Thunder trail by 4. It's Dort on the wing. Puts up a three. Hits a three-pointer.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Here's Randall. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Edwards, pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. There's the three. Drills it from deep. And now it's a 6-point Minnesota lead.
And you gotta love the mentality of Anthony Edwards. He wants to be the star. He wants the spotlight. Not everyone is like that.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. First free throw is good, and that brings him within 5. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
Trying here to put the game out of reach.
And that's why it's important to play this one smart.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards is doubled. Pass to Gobert. And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and Gobert with a block. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Timberwolves on D. And it's in. And now they trail by just 4.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Rejected by Holmgren. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
During his breakout season with the Knicks, Julius Randle, I think, has another level to his game. It's about that consistency he's trying to get to. He's an all-NBA caliber player when he gets it going.
Here's Edwards, and now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Team is in the penalty.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. A deep 3. Randall pulls down the board. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. And let's leave you with our player of the game. Anthony Edwards.